Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. This is the Sacred Clown. Now, as you can tell from the title, I want to talk about this. Ever since I put my foot down, and yes, I talked about this in other videos, but I want to make this into a totally separate video because it needs to be said. Ever since I put my foot down, things have literally changed around me. Ever since I put my foot down, people like Remedy H and Kalai have been making videos about what they're talking about. And sorry. And when I hear them and shit, I'm just like, what was me putting my foot down? Me putting my foot down saying that I am I mentioned on my other video, but I stomped on the ground and shit like that. And I did it a whole bunch of times. And I'm like, I don't want these beans, blah, 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 you know, all that shit, you know? And then all the shit starts happening around me. Look, I get it. Some brothers and sisters might say that, oh, just because you say that doesn't mean things will happen. And it might happen, but you still got to do this and that. And I'm like, I'm not. You know, look, when it comes to details, to be quite honest, guys, we don't really have to say details when it comes to people that, I don't know, in tune, that are connected to the planet. I'm sorry. Because we get it. We get it, you know? And the reason we do it is because people walk in, sometimes you get new subscribers and stuff like that. Other people don't know what you're talking about, you know? Stuff like that. But that's one of the hardest things sometimes, because when you're in tune and spiritual self, like really truly in tune and spiritual with yourself, you understand and overstand what the brother and sister is talking about without any fucking goddamn proof on your fucking goddamn screen. Why? It's because of them literally mentioning it and them talking about it. You're just like, I'm not arguing and I'm not complaining, and I'm not going to disagree. Why? Why should I disagree? I've done the work. I'm still building. I'm meditating. Connecting. There's you know? There's a difference of you doing it and then not doing it. Okay? So, to be honest, I'm not going to lie to you guys that I've been stagnant. Because that one time that I literally caught myself, that, you know, that little TV thing, literally caught myself watching it literally just a few seconds out, and it literally fucks you up, dude. Right? Even I knew that. And I just like, you hear it. But even by hearing it fucks you up. Right? So, that's why, guys, remember, this is a spiritual world we're on, right? I've said this before and I said it again. They're not going to stop. If people think that, oh, there's no war happening, we're not going to fight these people, they're not going to stop without a fight. So you're just going to stand there and do nothing. Let the sun or the planet do their thing. But we are literally the blood cells of the planet, and you expect us not to do anything? What the fuck? Look, some people might even say that, look, I'm not saying that, but, you know, fine. Going back to what I said earlier, details, I guess, you know? So when I put my foot down, like I said, everything started happening to me. For example, like, these energies that are rapidly happening, people are just talking about what's happening around this planet. And I don't even have to give an example of what is happening to this planet. Because if you're not ignorant, and you know, you know. Why do I need to tell you what I know? If you know, you know. So why do I have to tell you? Hello, McFly? Seriously. Why do I need to tell you to prove to yourself, your ego, to be like, oh, he's right? But if you know, you know. Seriously, man. Seriously. Now, I'm not talking about, like, look, I don't even want to get into that the ego shit. So, all of this stuff, too, look, a few days ago, not even a few days ago, yesterday, sorry, guys, yesterday, I just go to class, I'll just go to classes, nothing much, nothing bad, nothing, something innocent, excuse me, and I smoke weed before I go over there. I mentioned this in my video before too, but the reason I'm talking about it again is because something happened, and I want to mention it in this video too, is because it connects to what I'm talking about. Like, since I put my foot down, things change around me. Okay, I am a co-creator of my reality. Basically, I know what I'm doing. No, anybody's going to tell me any different. Nobody. Same thing with you, and that is fine. I'm not going to argue with you. I never will argue with anyone that's like what I'm talking about, basically. And I'll be like, dude, if you live in Pluto and you're here, I will believe it. Literally. I won't argue with you. Why would I? Even, like, most people are like, well, if they're lying to, I don't care, to be quite honest. Why? Because it's not me. It's not me. So why fucking guy give a damn? At least it's not false information. They're just lying of what they are. That's really it. You know? I don't know. That's just me, man. At that point, they're lying to themselves instead of lying to a whole bunch of people. So, you know what? I wish there was more of that, to be quite honest, than people lying to a whole bunch of, to all people, to be quite honest. That's just me. So, I just go in class and automatically, it's like, I'm just doing automatically, either I'm starting, smells like weed. I'm just doing classwork and it's like, smells like weed. And I'm like, yeah. You've been here for a long time. You should know, like, some people smoke pot here. Some people might smell like weed here because, you live in Holyoke. You're surrounded by potheads. The teachers should know this, and yet they fucking still complain. And then they want to fucking get near you. Want to fucking find out what's happening. Nothing's happening. That is none of your business, what's happening around my life, alright? If it's not affecting my school work, leave me alone. Oh, you're smoking weed because something's wrong. Something's happening. What the fuck? Who told you that? You fucking orc? Let me get hold on. Do you need to get the Bible to read the part where the lettuce is evil? The devil's lettuce. The devil's lettuce. Really? The devil's lettuce. Is that what you're gonna call it? Kind of loud. I mentioned one time to some of my people when we were all talking about, like, because everyone was just talking about them smoking pot and stuff. We were just talking, and then I mentioned shrooms, and people were like, oh, and I'm like, are you guys crazy? I'm like, what's wrong with you people? It's shrooms. It's an herb. It's part of the ground. For kind of loud, your ancestors took shrooms and weed. Look at Egypt. Look at those freaking walls, man. You see some of those pharaohs that have like those mushroom things on them, mushroom crowns. It's because they took mushrooms, man. They're telling you in their wardrobe alone. Even when I saw that, when I first saw the Egyptians, I'm like, that's a mushroom head. Even from the beginning, I knew that when I saw the Egyptian stuff when I was little, I knew from the beginning that we used like herbs to enlighten consciousness, but I didn't know what types of herbs it was. I knew one was mushrooms, but I didn't know what was the other things until I got older. you know, you know. But moving on, sorry, I get on tangents sometimes, but some of you guys like that, some of you guys don't. That's fine. But some of you guys just like hearing me talking in general, just to, I guess to, I don't know. But moving on, so they were just being nosy, and even one of the teachers, he was like, "Yo, brother," this orc, he was like, "Yo, your brother, tell me what the whole thing with the Russia and Ukraine shit." I told him straight the fuck up. It's a fucking play. It's a fucking lie. It's there to distract you. I was going to tell him, too, that don't worry. They'll fight each other. They're just not, they're telling you. And yes, that video that I made of them saying they're fighting each other, of course they are. But they're not, again, like I'm saying, they won't show it. They're fighting each other, but they're not fighting each other. You see what I'm saying? And then when they're not showing you this, basically when this is over, when they're not showing you that on the news, basically, when all of that World War III and shit like that, and COVID and shit, when all of that shit, they'll be fighting each other mainly because we're going to go after their ass. When we're going after their ass, we literally will be seeing them fighting each other, where we'll be like, oh, God. Huh? Who knew? You guys ready? And they're going to have to work together at that point because they have no choice. They have options still. In my opinion, they still have some options. They could just walk away at that point when that happens. They could walk away. But will they? Ladies and gentlemen, do they still spray the sky? Do they still spray the sky? Okay? Yeah, that's what I thought. They ain't going to give up, so why should we? Why should we? I literally, when I put my foot down that this shit is ending in 2022, and the due date is 2023, automatically everybody started people started saying it. And I'm just like looking around here. Remember what I'm telling you? We live in the Truman Show, and I keep telling you guys this. We live in the Truman Show. And when I said something, a whole bunch of shit happens. Remember the shit that happened in the Capitol? I did that shit in the Astrodome. I know I did. I made a whole video about it in my Nintendo channel. Okay? I know what I did. But these motherfuckers can't come to me and be like, did you do this? Because they don't have no proof. The only proof they have is seeing me in the Astrodome. And they need to show me that I turned into a cosmic giant fucking dragon taking down the Capitol. And they're not going to show you that. They're not going to come to my house and show me that shit. Because then I'll be like, I am right. I'm not crazy, basically. Which I already know that. But I would literally be like, I would literally have that picture and frame it in my wall. Because I'm like, look at that. Look at me. Look at that beautifulness. Every time I think about that day, I imagine them looking on the screen and them looking at me just doing that. And they're like, so if someone doesn't believe me that whole Capitol cut shit, if someone really wants to know, that's the thing. I don't know if anyone will know about this. Like any brothers and sisters that have a high amount of subscribers that could tell people this. Because yes, I did this. I did. I know I did. I'm not stupid. Okay? Who else do you think did it? Okay? We all know it's planned by them because we know what was going to happen to that place. So they made a play of them destroying it. Why would that happen in the Astrodome? Then literally a day later that happened, or 2 days later that happened. I was literally looking on social media and laughing my ass off looking at that shit. I'm like, yup, I did that shit. And the whole world barely knows about it. And that's fine. To be honest, I don't give a fuck. These wicked beings know. And that's what matters. That's what matters. Because they know that I fucking goddamn do it. Alright? I'm the sacred clown. Alright? I am the TheSkullKlown. I am not to be fucked with. Okay? I am peaceful as fuck. I am gentle as fuck. I'm a gentle giant, basically. I'm gentle as fuck. But if you pull my heart, if you pull me, if you make me to a level of not giving a fuck, I would literally be a horror villain to you. I would literally be Jason Voorhees. Literally like that. And the thing is that the whole thing with Jason Voorhees is just fantastic. Holy crap. And we all know about the whole thing about Michael Myers. The whole thing with Michael Myers was obviously I pointed this out with my Halloween stuff. Is him trying to make you be fearful, make you be scared. And did it work when you were a kid? Fuck yeah. But were you scared at Jason Voorhees? To be quite honest, I'll be honest with you. When I was a kid, I wasn't scared at Jason Voorhees. I thought he was a badass. I thought he was awesome. Why would I be scared of someone that literally got beaten up and got drowned when he was a child? That's not his fault. The camp counselors had sex and didn't watch him. His mom kept telling the camp counselors, watch him. He has to be watched. And they didn't watch him. That, you know, that whole Enlightenment theme, how Jason drowned, I could go deep into that too. I really can, because that whole thing alone is literally like a poem. You know that whole poem, Solomon Grundy, Born on a Monday and all that? That poem is literally a Jason Voorhees type of thing. Just different. You know? It's amazing. I've actually heard that poem online. I don't know if someone made it, but hey, it's official. I don't give a fuck. Someone made it. you know, and I think it was a brother that made it, you know. So either doesn't matter. It's part of our culture at the end of the day, the whole quote unquote Halloween stuff. Well, to be honest, I don't want to call it Halloween. I should call it what it really is. The Day of the Dead. So I love celebrating that. Mainly because I know what it really stands for. So, and I respect it. I really do respect it with all my heart. Really, I do. I mean, for kind of look what I look like. Astronaut. Look what I look like an astronaut, man. No shit. If you see that, you'll be like, oh, he's a Halloween fan. He loves trick-or-treating or some shit like that, you know? So, I'm sorry, guys. But I'm just getting grounded right here, putting my feet on the wood over here. Feels good. And outside it's great too. It's getting warm out there, you know. It's great. I love it, man. I just love it. I really do. I love it. You know, here's some. There's some good energy for you, you know, for my people. You know, you guys need it. You guys need it. I don't care who watches this. You guys need it. And for the haters out there that hate me, man, I don't care, man. I really don't care. Why? Because, man, I used to be in your position, to be quite honest. I used to not give a fuck about me, man. Or you used to give a fuck about anybody. And to be honest, I still, in a way, kind of don't. But you still gotta be in the fact of, like, you care about yourself. And you gotta care about your loved ones, at least, you know? Like, you can't be a cold-hearted bastard, basically, you know? You know? You can't be a cold-hearted bitch, you know? You gotta love something. Someone has to love you, you know? Come on, man, like, for real. So, what's another thing? So, yeah, that brother that said that I was smoking weed, and like, not smoking weed, I smelled like, oh, it smells like weed and shit. Yeah, he didn't say it was me, but I was just like, but obviously I knew the teachers knew that it was me. Because well, how do you know? Because they said my name. I might have this ear that's kind of like not bad. It's just, you know, too much water. I have to drain it out and shit like that. It's like that. Even despite that shit, I still heard my name when they were whispering. These orcs suck at fucking keeping, like, going like this. They suck at whispering to each other. They suck. They can't even hide a secret. How the fuck? They can't even fucking hide a secret. They suck. They suck. They really do suck. And then obviously, you have the orc teacher, this orc woman. Like I said earlier, she just wanted to know, something going on. And I'm like, no. And to be quite honest, guys, really, nothing's really going on. I just know that we're in a time that I really just don't give a fuck about going to classes anymore, man. And the thing is, too, remember when I said to put my foot down? I put my foot down saying that I don't want to be here when I'm 29 years old or 30 years old. And guess what? You're graduating. Yeah, all those points we're going to check and all that shit. Oh, yeah. We send it off. We check in May. And you're going to graduate in June. My leg hurts. Not because I've been standing, because I've been using this leg, this side of the leg, going like this to put my foot down. I have constantly put my foot down 100 times, and it's changed around me. And oh my god, my leg hurts. Like, I can feel the knots, a little bit of a pain and stuff like that, but that's fine. I don't care. And when I do meditate, I go like, press, move the energies through my body and stuff like that. I do that on my legs too, and I feel it and stuff like that. So I am healing myself. I'm a fast healer. I'm not really not that bad of a healer. Not that bad of a healer. So that's one of my powers. And I noticed that when I was young. I didn't know what it was. But when I realized that when I was younger, I was like, oh, cool. I don't know if I can heal people, but I know I can heal myself. I'm just like that. Literally. Like, I'm like Godzilla type shit. Like, you know how in Godzilla, every time he, like, gets exploded and stuff like that, when takes and all that stuff, he automatically regenerates just automatically because it's deep. You can't pierce his, flesh, his skin, basically, because it's really, really hard, and you need another kaiju to even go through that type of skin, basically, or a really good weapon that goes through his cavity area. I remember that one when they shot him in the chest, and I'm like, ooh, and he did get scarred from that, because you could see the line that he had here, he got scarred and shit like that. That looked badass though, but you could tell he had damage there, which I was like, whoa, shit, because when they shot him like that, they exploded and he like was injured and shit. Hell yeah, man, got into his chest, and it's stupid too to blow up Godzilla because he's literally a walking nuclear bomb. Why would you try to blow up a nuclear bomb? They should make a Godzilla movie saying that if we even try to blow him up, he will blow up himself, because we will blow him up and he'll be a nuclear bomb. Instead of him overheating, that the military finds a way to kill him, to blow him up, but in the process, he will blow up and everything else will get fucked. And then they realize that and they were like, we need to do a better plan. I don't know. I'm just talking out loud with that stuff. I'm a Godzilla fan. I love for kind of loud. I grew up with the guy. I grew up with the guy. And yes, I know we do got Godzillas around here. We do. Yeah, there's creatures like that. There's even creatures that look like this. The only difference is, we got creatures that look like this. The only difference is that this is a, call it like a Conzilla type creature. That's the only thing I could call it. But, yeah, it just doesn't have a skull face like I do. I'm very different. I literally stand out from the crowd. So, there's that. I know sometimes I repeat some of this stuff, guys, and some of you guys might get old by it, but sometimes I do this, but mainly because if someone is new, like I pointed out earlier, but again, details. We don't really have to go through the details if we know, right? So that's just for extra stuff, to be quite honest. And I like to mention it mainly because I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just pointing out the facts of who I am. and I know who I am. I'm just pointing out to you folks, mainly because you guys should know who you are. If I can do it, so can you. I'm putting that as an example, you know? And me talking about this stuff puts me a target. I am. You don't think I'm not a target for me? You don't think that? Of course I am. I'm the most fearless. I'm one of the fiercest beings on this planet. When they found out that I was here, they were like, fuck, I hope he doesn't wake up. Oh, he woke up. We are fucked. Because I'm the last person that they wanted to wake up. I am dead serious, guys. Okay? I'm not playing with you. I wish I was playing with you. I wish I was joking. But I'm not. I'm not, because I know who I am. Right? All this, all this, the fury and rage, basically. Now, I'm not talking about anger, and that's different. That's different. That's different. Don't have a heavy heart, all right? I just want to put that out, too. It's just that we are cosmic beings, and some of us are like this. Because some of us are unstoppable. Some of us, in a way, cannot control who we are. We automatically are what we are, who we are. You know? It's almost like this. When you haven't woken up and you're not in tune and spiritual with yourself, but then you are, you look back and you're like, was I always? Because looking back at some of the stuff, it has come back, and all of a sudden, it's telling me I've either always been like that, or I was always gonna. That was just a little hint of me going to wake up anyways. You know. So you gotta understand how powerful we are. Carbon people, color people, so-called color people, so-called black and Afro-Hispanic people. We are the creators of our reality and everything that is around us. Guys, we can end again. I've said this before in another video, and I think I've said this in my other channel. We can end this shit tomorrow. But why don't we? Oh my god. That's why it only takes a few. That's why it only takes a few. Right? I bet you anything. If you grab 5 people, meditate, carbon people, meditate, and I guarantee you, do it in your own house. I guarantee you see cops going everywhere trying to be like, yo, where the fuck is going? Where is it? Where is it? They might find out where it is, but I guarantee you they will fucking go crazy all over the street trying to look for that fucking shit. Because they don't want us doing that. They really don't want us doing that. They don't even want us individually doing that. Especially when we're out there in the sun, meditating, and we're taking it from the freaking sun. And I've been seeing a lot of freaking pigs today, man. A lot of popos, man. Like, they've been popping out like fucking, like, flies and shit. Because, like, cockroaches and crap. You know? I don't know if you guys been noticing that, but I have. At least in my neighborhood. And, well, my area, actually, not my neighborhood. My area. Of, where I live at. And, I mean, it's always happened. But, I mean, not always, but when I started becoming more in tune with myself, I started noticing more and more and more. But today was more potent. Like, they were showing up more and more and more. And I'm realizing, maybe they're popping out more and more and more because something's about to happen soon. And we already know that. Right? Like I pointed out in the beginning of this video, I put my foot down and everything started changing around me. Now everyone's literally talking about like it's over for you in 2022 and the due date is literally 2023. Like they didn't say in those words basically, like I say, but they basically say that it's over in 2022 for you, and like even if we go to 2023, like it's laughable. And I'm just like, I'm not the only one that's thinking about this, guys. And going back to what I said too, Truman Show, I put my foot down and everything starts happening around you because you are the co-creator of your reality. I'm sorry I'm being redundant or repeating myself, but I have to drill it in your head. Because you gotta know who the fuck you are and what power you have. This is the time. This is the time. Okay? And I've been feeling like I've been feeling it heal constantly every day. Every day. Okay? Ever since 2021, to be honest, this up here has been potent more, at least from what I've been feeling, from what I've been noticing. And I'm like, when I just like stand back and take the moment in, basically, that's what I notice. And I'm like, yo, if you haven't noticed that, that's fine. That's just I'm just telling you my experience. Okay? We all have different experience, okay? Your experience could be different than mine, and that's fine. That's fine. We all here to learn from each other anyways. And that's the best part. Hell yeah. To be honest. Fuck yeah. It is. And the thing is too, when the teachers were like talking, not really like talking crap, literally just about me smoking weed, I literally was gonna stand up and be like, man, literally in my head, I was literally thinking, man, I'm like, you mean to tell me you are not gonna, I'm like, you're gonna fucking complain on me smoking weed, and you know the time we live in? Are you serious? It's like what Orion Daystar said. If you're not smoking some herb, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, for real. I should probably upload that video because I put it on Facebook years ago. I probably should upload it on this channel because it's fucking true. Like, bring it. Whatever you gotta do, Mother Kai, do it. Bring it. Come on, let's do it. Seriously, man. Seriously. And most people are like, oh, you're not prepared for that. You're not prepared for it. Man. I'll be honest with you. I would be honest with you. It's not like I have thought about that to me. I'm like, am I ready for it? You know? Because seriously, guys, you guys gotta. Even the brothers and sisters out say, yeah, I am. I'm like, you gotta set yourself down, though. Even the highest. Even the brothers and sisters that have been talking about this for years and know that this is going to happen, still, and going to be a part of it, still, sit yourself down still and tell yourself that. Just do it. And I guarantee you find that answer more and more every day. I know my answer. My answer is fucking yes. I'm going to get these motherfuckers. I am. Okay? And that shows more when every time I was putting my foot down and shit, again, like I said, shit was going to happen shit around me. Let me point out something too. Literally, they want to kick my grandparents out of their own home. And they've been there for like about, I think, 13 years in their own house. They've been there for a while, at least 10 years. They want to kick them out because they don't have a lot of money. And they want to make their area of their apartments like fancy hotels type shit. I literally told my mom, I'm like, they're kicking them out so they can get the rich people there, or the rich Caucasians there, and leave all the Hispanics out, because mostly Hispanics live there. And the person that owns the place is an orc. And guess what? That orc bitch sent cops to my grandparents' house to tell them that you have to leave eventually. But guess what? They're fighting that shit. As they should. As they fucking should. Because I fight for that shit too. For no reason whatsoever. I don't even tell my friend that. My friend's like, that's, there's no reason. I'm like, thank you. Because they have low income type shit. You see that? You see that shit? You see that? And then if you're a color person, or if you're a so-called black or so-called Hispanic person, they will immediately target your ass. How come you didn't? I would have asked if I was there. I would have asked the officer, but like, is there any other low-income people that look like you? Because if that's true, I want to see you talk to them instead of me and my grandparents. I have a right to I have a right to talk, officer. You know, the reason I'm putting that story up is because, guys, they are going ham right now. Okay, for crying out loud, remember the whole thing that you were hearing in Ukraine about our people, that they were beating up our people because they want to, like, they were keeping so-called black people over there because they didn't want them to come to America. And now there's videos of them literally going over fences and then them beating the fuck out of them. And then all of a sudden they're all in the floor while you see fucking white nurses and white doctors trying to fucking give them bandages and shit. If I was there, I would spit on those nurses' faces. Get the fuck away from me. I heal my own wounds, bitch. I've done it before, I do it again. Alright? I don't give a fuck. Have a piece of meat sticking out of me? Might hurt, but you're not coming to me, bitch. Yo man, I'm telling you, sometimes anger and adrenaline, you just don't give a fuck, man. And I'm in that level. I am that level. Guys, I have told you before and I've said this again. If some motherfucker even tries it, you are gone. Okay? I've passed that point. And I don't even know you can actually go to that point or even pass it. I have. Why? Because I decided to become a freaking warrior. I decided to become what Mother Kai built me to do, made me to do. Okay? Shoot. Tell me any different. Okay? Some of us are built different ways, and that's fine. Right? And all these freaking orcs, pigs, all these fucking people want to be fucking nosy to you, man. All they want to know is about you. And then when you do something that they don't like, automatically they want to talk shit. Mind your fucking goddamn business. This is I am not your fucking novella. I am not your fucking novella. I'm not. I am not. Fuck you. Seriously. For real. It's usually these orcs I get with Hispanic people. Then they want to like go with. Then they want to talk to other Hispanic people, thinking that they're part of the club and shit. No, you're not. Get the fuck away from me. You're a stranger. Nothing. I literally would talk over you, cause you're a monkey. Cause I deserve to talk over you. You're a fucking monkey. I'm a dragon. I am a dragon. Why should? What does dragons do with pigs? Have you ever heard of the old ancient folklore of fairy tales of dragons bunning pigs? Then all of a sudden they have to get a knight to slay the dragon. Have you heard about that story? It's an old ancient story that literally little kids, when they come out of their mother's vagina, they know from the first day. Because that shit is old as fuck, and that came from us. We were that dragon slaying those fucking orcs. And then they had to get their own fucking goddamn people to come after us. Oh, but there was a war. There was a war. All right, and we took them out. All right, we took them out. Shit. They even put it. I think they put it in some of your. I think Warner Brothers shorts or Disney shorts. I don't know. I know I've seen a short that's like that. That eventually, it takes the perspective of the knight. You never take the perspective of the dragon, because the dragon's always evil. Yeah, because all dragons are evil, right? All dragons are evil. Just like everyone in the world is evil. There's not one good person. you know? this is hell, and we're living with the what you want to call demons, these wicked ones. We're living with them. Okay? But that's all coming to a head. Some of them are not even here. Some of them have been long gone. Ever since 2019, actually. And then and the ones that are still here, they get ready to fight, and some of them are ready to they're just trying to find more ways to get out of here. Other ones have finally gave up and just like, you know what? No, fuck it. They're saying fuck it. Some of them are saying fuck it because look around you. It's literally, it is on the cusp right now, people. Yes, it might take some time, but that's what shit happens that way, man. Shit's not gonna happen over fucking night. Okay? Seriously. And that's something that's really, really hard for some people. Oh, I want this to happen now. I do too. That's why a lot of people always point out, but just because you put your foot down, this and that. I'm like, I'm telling you my experience. I'm telling you my experience. Don't automatically tell me, oh, do more meditation just because I literally change things around me. Maybe you should look at yourself in the fucking goddamn mirror. Seriously. I'm just telling you what the fuck the power that I have. Sounds like you're fucking goddamn jealous. That you can't fucking move shit around you. I even told these wicked ones, even at my weakest point, I am still the strongest motherfucker you will ever fucking meet. And they know it. They know it. They can't stop me no matter what. They can't. They can't. I am that, I guess, lighthouse that is going to be on all the time. You can't outlight me. Because that's what I was made for. And they hate me for that. Right? They've been talking about me in all these movies and video games, to be quite honest with you. Some of these main characters, they're actually talking about me. I've noticed it before, but I don't tell people. Because people think that, oh, you're crazy. See a therapist and shit. When something resonates with you, that's how you know they're talking about you. Okay? Literally you, and you alone. Because, again, going back to where I said, the Truman Show. Oh, the world doesn't revolve around you. Motherfucker, when you start changing shit around you, you start thinking that, right? Don't fuck with me, man. I'm not saying that I'm like, oh, the other. I'm not saying, I'm not saying that other people can't do this, I'm just pointing it out. And anyone that gets offended with what I'm saying or gets pissed off, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you need to look yourself in the mirror. Or maybe you need to tell yourself, maybe he's onto something that I'm not on. And that is fine. Going back, everyone is different. Everyone has their own ability and power. Just because you could do one thing doesn't mean you can't do it. Just because you can't do another thing doesn't mean that someone else can't. You know? Because now we're going more and more that people are going to see stuff that a lot of people will be like, I can't do that. I can't do that. And I'm like, of course you can't. Because either you don't have the ability to do it yet, or you just don't have it. And that is fine. What is wrong with you people? What's wrong with these ignorant people sometimes, man? I'm not calling out names. It's just some people sometimes. I'm just like, I sometimes I worry about other people, man. I'm just like, and sometimes I feel bad for myself because just sometimes you have those days. Sometimes you just have those days. But you gotta remember, you just gotta remember that it will all pass. It's just there. You can always go through it. Always. So I guess that's really it. Is there anything else I probably could talk about? I think that's probably it. These guys, yeah. Yeah, that's what we're I can't think of anything else, actually. I'll just be talking more about these wicked ones, but I don't even have to be quite honest. All I have to say is that know who you are. Know exactly who you are. Okay? And I want you to burn this system to the fucking ground. Okay? I'm saying that, okay? And I even told I told myself this too. If anyone that's near me that's gonna survive and I don't, I'm gonna tell them I want you to take this system and burn it to the fucking goddamn ground. With all your rage and fury. Paint it with your own creation. But I know I'll make it. But just in case, I'll leave that for my brothers and sisters. Okay? And I know some of you are going to be like, don't worry, I got you. Because I guarantee you this. If my physical form is gone before when the shits happen, these wicked ones are going to get a rude awakening from me. A very rude awakening. Very. You guys, that's why they haven't done shit to me the way they're doing. They're trying to do other shit to me, but it doesn't work, So, but that type of shit, they can never. They probably want to, but they can never do, because they know that I am knowledgeable enough that I can use that knowledge to actually do something. If they actually do that. Okay? I've even told these wicked beings before, if you fucking try to take me out in this physical realm while this shit is still happening, I will literally go straight after you. With no mercy, with no hesitation, no Anunnaki brother or sister is not going to stop me. The only one that's going to stop me is Mother Cosmos, Tiamat herself, Mother Kai. She is the only one that's going to stop me. Anyone else, I will break your neck. I don't care if you are a brother and sister. I'm dead serious. Don't get near me. Don't. If they did that shit to me. Because I will go there so with rage and fury that you will literally, the news would nonstop be saying that an explosion happened, nonstop. Eventually we'll have to stop talking about it. Because it's like, it's happening everywhere. Why? Because you took one of the beings out that were literally, to be honest, you know how some of us can destroy planets and galaxies? Yeah, I'm one of them. And when you do that, look, some people might not believe this stuff, but I've actually seen it. like in Visions and stuff, if you try to take people out that were like in a way the awakened ones, the ones that woke up first, if you try to take them out, they'll shit around you that you will never get out of. Even if it's not just explosions or something like that, you could literally go through a car crash just because you did that to them. And oh, a mysterious accident. And then Hollywood and the news wants to glorify their death. Like with what? Like what's probably going to happen with the Queen? When are they finally going to not pronounce her dead? To be quite honest. When are they? I'm waiting. Because he's still trying to promote that her husband is dead and shit like that. And I'm like, he died in 2019. Why are you telling me he died now? The fuck's wrong with you? But in all reality, he died a long time ago. But now she's like, again, the whole thing that, oh, she's on the chair and shit like that, taking all that, you know, keeping her alive and shit like that with constant, I don't know, like tubes, shots to keep her alive. She's basically Emperor Palpatine in The Last Skywalker. You know how Emperor Palpatine looked like, you know, in a chair and then has a robot attached to him, basically like that. She's like that. She's literally like that. You call her insectoid or a reptilian. It doesn't fucking matter. She's on a fucking chair as a robot right now. Someone else is controlling her. Yes, someone else is controlling her now. Most people are like, she's on a chair. Connected to a device that's keeping her alive. What is that device? If you just rip her from the chair, she's just a puppet husk. That's probably going to... it probably might talk, but for how long? It's like a wind-up doll. Come on, people. Think. Come on, man. You gotta think. It's not that hard. Okay? You just gotta be creative with it. You have to have that, in a way, that child's minds, not mindset, but child's imagination. Okay? Because imagination is the greatest weapon against reality. Alright? It really is. It's the greatest weapon in the world, baby. And they don't want you to tap into that. They don't want you to be creative. They don't. That's the last thing they want you to be, creative. That's why there's a lot of stuff that it's not creative right now. Have you noticed that? There's a reason for that. There's another reason for that too. What's the other reason? These video game companies and movie companies, they know what time it is, so why should they even try to do anything? It's over. You know? Some people might look at this video and be like, damn, that's the harsh truth, isn't it? It is. That's why 2K22 came out the way it is. That's why Final Fantasy VII came out the way it is. That's why Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3 came out the way they are. If you ever want to know in a higher knowledge realm, instead of just all developers just being developers. You know? But I know. And when I saw it, I'm just like, okay. And it's funny too, because those companies in wrestling contribute to the fact of me more not giving a fuck. Thank you. Because I'm using that to build, meditate, and when the time comes, get these motherfuckers. When the time comes. Because I'm not using that energy on my enemies right now. It's not, when I'm in the astral realm, I'm meditating. Obviously, I'm meditating and all that stuff. But when I'm in the astral realm, I'm actually like punching the punching bag and shit like that, flying and do all of the shit and all that. I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff. I've been doing that for months and months, actually. I've been doing it for quite a while. And the one time that I did get out of the astral realm, I was doing a few stuff. And they saw me and they were like, "Holy shit! We haven't seen you in a while." I'm like, "Yeah, because I was doing a few stuff. I was what you want to call hibernating, you know." So, but not really hibernating. So I'll see you guys later. My battery's about today. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Be safe, and tell me what you guys think down below. And I'm sorry that this video went long as it is. I thought almost an hour. Okay, I thought it went for like 2 hours or something like that, but apparently not. That's fine. So, be safe, guys. Tell me what you guys think. Be in tune. Stay up. And know thyself. And know who you are. No one can tell you who you are. Okay? You can look at Serious Temple, Remedy H, Rod Jamal. You can look at Kalai's video. You can look at all their videos, guys. You can look at, what is it? You can look at Ralph Smart's videos and stuff like that. You can look at all their videos. But at the end of the day, you need to know you. They're not going to tell you who you are. They will help you find yourself, but they are not going to tell you who you are. And that is fine. Okay? I'm not going to tell you who you are. I'm not. Am I going to tell you what you look like in the Astrodome? No. That's your job, not mine. My job is to do me. You do you. You know? Seriously. So, but at the end of the day, we're still brothers and sisters, and we're still doing the right thing. We're still doing what we're supposed to do. All right? Our calling, basically. And eventually, our calling is going to get more heightened. Because eventually, we're going to fight these motherfuckers. Whether some of us like it or not. Look, before I close this video off, I do want to say this. When we do that, if you don't want to, stay home. Stay home. Try to do anything possible. Build more. Get some people together. Don't just stand around and just be like, oh my God, fights everywhere in the sky. Just don't do that. Don't. If you're going to sit on the sidelines, do something. Do something. Seriously. Because you could still contribute what's happening. For crying out loud, man. Sometimes you could be the most important person. Just saying, man. Have you ever watched some of those movies when people are fighting in the war, but that person's giving the directions, and that person's literally the hero? Just saying, man. Just saying. Sometimes we're gonna need people like that. Of like, yo, man, you got this? Yeah, you got this. Yo, I don't know. You never know. You don't know. Look, when the shit does happen, do you know exactly what's gonna transpire? Like, during the battle. Besides them getting their ass kicked. People. And seeing all ships and this shit changing. But I'll see you guys later. Be safe.